Good Monday morning, everybody. Danny Shay on a foggy Monday morning. It's nice, kind of chilly. Anyway, I guess I need to apologize. I thought I had mentioned that I was going to be away for about a week. Went to Oak Flats, Arizona, Apache Strong, to check out the Resolution Mine Company and Oak Flats to see that for myself and to just hold that in space and say some prayers. It's very interesting. I'm going to do a video on it later. Very interesting. But I wanted to touch on the Derek Chauvin trial. Let's just look at the general feeling of the jurors and see if there's any holdouts with this. What are the jurors thinking as a group? What are they thinking as a group? Can't make this up. First card. Yikes. Let's drop it down. Death. All right. Death being crossed by the Knight of Swords. This is fast coming truth. This is just coming in charging. At the base of the reading is the Knight of Wands. This is, let's just keep going and see where we go with this. Oof. Okay. All right, this is kind of interesting. So at the center of the reading, what we're talking about is the death of George Floyd. We're talking about truth as it comes in and says, no, stop. You can't do that. You can't keep doing this. Look what's going on. That's what this card's about. At the base of this, and we're talking about the jurors now, at the base of this, they're getting their information and they're slowly processing this. He's on a lion, so he's on strength. The jurors, right? Behind them, they have their decision that they need to make. And I'm not sure about the second, third degree murder, what that all involves. I don't know. But this card scares me a little bit because it's the Moon card. And I'm scared of the moon. A scared. A-S-C-A-R-E-D. A scared. There's something going on that's not in the light of day with these jurors. 2 towers. Does that mean 2 holdouts? 2 people that are going, I don't know. Internally, the whole juror pools, they're trying to create something. It's not the illusion. I'm not getting this as an illusion. Ooh, I forgot about this card. I'll get back to it. It's not about creating the illusion, but it's about changing somebody's mind, creating something. Look what we got. Look at this. The Ace of Pentacles, the new beginning. I'm pointing to a card that you guys can't see. There we go. The Ace of Pentacles. In the potential near future, a new start, a new way of looking at things. This is a new financial opportunity, but it's also a new project as well. And then you have your Magician, That's internal influences. External influences is the Fred Flintstone Club. So this card, to me, is beating this shadow energy with a club. Wake up. The hopes and fears that justice will be served. And the final outcome, 6 of Wands. Coming in at, let's just do one more. Coming in as a winner with this 6 of Wands, riding into town as a winner. And then you have the Lovers. So this is the jury that we're talking about here. So does this Ace of Club beat this Moon into submission, and now they're all lovey-dovey? Okay, we all came together as a group and are bringing swift justice. And there may be book deals coming out of this too later on. But right now, it looks like this Moon card is holding things up, and it's going to be a little tense in there. Someone's going to have to work some magic to get these guys in line, and they may need a big stick. Let's just look at the underlying energy. 10 of Wands, the heavy burden, the Hierophant, Judgment, 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving. So this 10 of Pentacles, this heavy burden, but it's going to be okay. I think when I pulled this Hierophant card, they're going to be thinking about some it's some technicality that is going to be coming up that a couple of people are going to get hung up on. But they will figure it out with Judgment. And there is going to be some giving and receiving. So whatever the strongest punishment will be, it may not be that. It may not be that. But there is judgment. There is justice. Well, it didn't say justice, it said judgment. So, yeah. It's not going to please everybody, but it is going to hopefully please enough. So let's look into, shall we? Hi, back again. So shall we look into how's the city going to fare? I know that I saw a lot of business owners boarding up. How's the city going to fare when the jury deliberates? How is the city going to fare? And I see people, I get the feeling that people are going to be out in the street. And it's going to be a really tense situation. I'm feeling it's happy and sad at the same time. And I'm not talking about George Floyd's death. I'm talking about the verdict. It's going to be happy and sad. So Let's just see. How is the city going to be with this? They're going to be riots? How's the city going to deal with this? What's the overall feeling of the city? Just 6 cards on this. Overall feeling of the city. Okay. I think it's going to be good, but cards don't lie, do they? All right. So, how's the city dealing with this? The overall energy, the center of it is the 5 of Swords, winning at any cost. The battle. It's being crossed by the Hierophant, higher order, the government, the trial. At the base of the reading is the World, the completion card. Behind them is the bickering, but it's the past as it relates. It's the bickering. It's the jurors in the room. At the top of the reading is the Ace of Pentacles. They got something. Something is coming forward. Some new thing. New start. And maybe this is the city. The new start for the city. And there's going to be balance. And that's so important. Is that balance. So even though you have the fighting, the loss, the bickering, pointing the fingers, you're wrong, no one's pointing their fingers and saying you're right. They should. You're right. You're right and you're wrong. But the government steps in and that trial brings balance. And again, I'm not feeling it's the perfect solution, the perfect answer for everybody. And then some people may, start acting up, may cause some damage. That 5 of Swords, let's just look at that, is the... no, I'm not going to look at it. Because I think it's true. I think that there's going to be some violence, but not a lot. There's going to be balance. There's going to be temperance. So let's just leave it at that. The other thing I wanted to look at was what is going on? What is going on? Sorry. My iPad stand broke and I'm waiting on a new one. What is going on with this gun violence now? Why is it... I'm going to switch decks. I am going to be using my Brady Tarot. It's not a pretty deck. It is a beautiful deck, but it is harsh. What if it shuffles? What is going on with all this gun violence now? Why are we hearing all of it? Is it the news? Has it always been there? And the thing that I get with this is, I want some laws to be passed that will change this like that. It's not going to happen. This issue has been going on for years and years and decades, and it's not something that can be fixed with a law. It needs to be fixed with community, with what are we teaching our kids? Another cop shooting, and I'm looking at it and go, boy, I'm glad I'm in my bathrobe reading tarot and not a cop. And, I heard that, just because the kid was 13 and running away from a cop and hanging out with a suspected gang member, that's no reason to shoot him, which is absolutely true. But let's not forget that question. Why is a 13-year-old kid hanging out at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning or whatever? Where are the parents? Where's the responsibility? I don't know. We've lost touch with us being a community, I think. So let's look at, are we going to be able to, big question, are we going to be able to solve some of the gun violence? Are we going to be able to solve some of the gun violence in our lifetime? It says down here, loss. So that's the first card. Let's drop this down. There we go. Loss. And this is the 4 of horns. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 of horns, 5 of cups. See, there's a 5 up there. These cards are so intricate that there's so much to look at. Are we going to be able to solve this, the gun violence in our lifetime? We're looking at loss. That's the center. And it's being crossed by the Hermit. This is a great card for this reading. It encourages me anyway, because it's an owl. He sees things. He's wise. He's shedding light on the darkness of this loss. And then here we have the Son of Roots. And to me, this is, we're digging our heads in this. We're keeping our heads in the sand. We're not looking at the problem. In the past, Mother of Feathers. To me, this is the sadness, the comforting that comes with the loss. Trying to heal the pain of the loss. And at the top, the 8 of Feathers. Swiftness coming down. And in the future, just going to go 6 with this. Mother of Arrows. So you have the swift action of the Mother of Arrows. Cracking open the nut, seeing what the truth is, having a clear vision of where to go with this. You have the Hermit, which is crossing the loss, shedding light on what we should do with it. But for now, we have our head in the sand. The Mother of Feathers is trying to comfort us, trying to give us some direction with this loss. And this swiftness, does it just keep happening? Or is, the question was, will we be able to figure this out? Will we be able to stop some of this gun violence? And this card may indicate yes, as well as this. but it may also indicate the swiftness, more loss comes because we have our head in the sand. It's I'm going to keep going. We have government trying to come in with new laws, right? Writing up new laws. The external factor is the rivalry, the NRA, although they're kind of weak right now, but you have these gun-toting Second Amendment people that are going, come on. But this isn't like the Five of Swords. This is just bickering back and forth. The hopes and fears. It's the Sun card. The hope is that we can figure this out. We can crack this nut. And the outcome is anguish. The nine of arrows, 9 of swords. But there is still hope with this daughter of feathers. So, what I'm getting at, there's still going to be loss. There's still, we're going to do something. The government is going to do something. It's not going to be enough. It's going to be a start. It's going to be something. But the bigger question, I think, is what can we do? What can I do sitting in my room in a bathrobe? Do I write? Do I say something to somebody? Let's just see if I can come up with some kind of, what can we do? And I think it's just coming together, holding sacred space, holding prayer about it, putting out intentions, imagining a world where we don't have to use guns and bullets when we have an argument. And I really think that it stems from our leadership from the past 4 years. There was no talking, it's just screw you. Oops, did I say that out loud? You're an idiot. There was no dialogue. It's a tweet. That's not a dialogue. So what can we do? What can we do? 3 cards. What can we do? 3 cards. Start on a new journey. The Fool. Justice. And this is more of a balancing act. The Chariot. So when I look at these cards, this is 3 major arcana cards. This is big. This is huge. With a capital huge. So we have the Fool, the New Beginning. We have the Justice card, balancing out things that are right and wrong. And then we have the Chariot, Hang on, I gotta look at this card a little bit more. It's hard to see. Leave it up there for y'all to look at. The Chariot. Then I'll spin it around because some of the birds are upside down. So this is moving on. This is what can we do? And I think it's what I was saying is just imagine another world where there is justice without gun violence, where there's a balance, where we get to weigh the pros and cons of each without firing a bullet. And then we move on with our differences. Some are upside down, some are not, but we move on. We respect what other people have to say. All right. I think that's what we can do. And speaking of respecting of what other people have to say, when I'm at 29, let's just end with the Halloween deck. Why? Because I have it. Oh my gosh. American First Caucus. Should I read on that? That's the one Marjorie Taylor Greene is, it's all about stupid stuff, white supremacist crap. And, a couple of Texans said that they were for Louis Gohmert, and now he's saying, oh, no, I haven't read it. Why is it that politicians don't read? They attach themselves to something, and they don't even know what they're attaching themselves to. And then when there's pushback, they go, oh, well, I didn't read it. Matt Gaetz signed up for it, though. Unapologetically. He just jumped right in. He didn't read it either. Because what? Because he can't read. All right. Let's just do a quick spread on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because she's a goofball. And she deserves the Halloween deck. Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's the 411? Just 6 quick cards on this. I love this deck. She got Mr. Pumpkinhead right off the bat. Mr. Pumpkinhead, first card. She's got stuff all coming out of her head. She doesn't know. I mean, that is some wacky do. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Pumpkinhead right there. It's major. Marjorie Taylor Greene is just following Mr. Pumpkinhead, being crossed by, Queen of Ghosts. So this queen has Mr. Pumpkinhead in her hand, and a ghost is coming out of the eye. What is that saying? That is saying, to me, anyway, you can use your own interpretation, that whatever Mr. Pumpkinhead has here, it's just a ghost now. There's nothing real about it. But anyway, let's just keep going. Well, at the base, Marjorie Taylor Greene she's the queen of bats. She's just batty as hell. And nothing against bats, but... And then in the past, she got death reversed. Now, this is for entertainment only. And this is, in the past, she needs to move on. Because if that were right side up, she'd be watering Mr. Pumpkinhead. But it's upside down. So she's not watering Mr. Pumpkinhead anymore. She needs to move on. And at the top of the reading, we have the King of Imps. Her ideas are upside down. All right, and in the potential near future, oh, you know how we have Mr. Pumpkinhead here, right? Mr. Pumpkinhead? Well, here's the King of Pumpkins reversed. I'm getting the sense that things are not going well with her. She's all dressed up in Mr. Pumpkinhead, but it's just all backwards. It's just backfiring on her. Nothing's working for her. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right. Thank you all for watching. That was just goofy. And see you soon. Peace and love. Bye.